41. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Dropping back to throw. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
He'll throw it yet again. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Still sticking with the passing game. To the sideline it goes. He's got to be on the marker. Looks like he stayed in as well. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Colts. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Caught quickly on the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play, and it's going to be a field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One final shot before halftime. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. We've reached halftime. The Colts on the road and enjoying a nice little lead here. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the Bucs who were able to get the victory at home. The Buccaneers off to a strong start as they run their mark to 4-2 with the victory. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Eward.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he runs into a wall there. multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's good for 7 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Complete out to the right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Caught near the pylon. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts double their lead to 14. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now a give left side. Down the sideline to the 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
To the air, 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has it in close. It's a Denver touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. Across the 45 and still going. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know I love that, Kate, but you know who loved it even more? The late, great John Madden himself, the former lineman. He would have loved watching the student body get right out in front of that thing, those blockers just knocking people off the ball, and letting them clear the way so that running back could show off his speed.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They'll try and throw it here. That one's caught along the left sideline. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. 3rd and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. The Broncos returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. A give now from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Second and 3 now. Looking to the air here. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. He gets 6 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Throwing the out route complete. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Rolling left, buying some time. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That one gains 7. And the Broncos will have a first down. Back to the well again. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. This time it's a passing play. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Finds a man right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time they really need to pick up a few yards.
Throwing now on first down. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
2nd and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Denver set to take the field on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stops. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 34. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Hand off to the back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker.
They did it! He made the interception! And the Broncos have some new life in the 4th. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Denver ready for another offensive possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up to pass. Hits him on the out route. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. Here he is to throw. It is caught left side. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Looking to throw it. Setting up the screen. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. Still one more in their pocket to use. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. Throwing now. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Simple dive up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Colts are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.